Hey, IDS 302. Is that you out there? How you doing? It is Thursday, January 21st at about 11:55, and let's do Module 2, Video 2, okay? Um, Getting right into it, let me check my format. I want to take a quick look at the learning materials here, and again, to remind you about the nature of research, LEADY. I hope you got a chance to read that. And now you have a better grasp on what we consider to be university level research and professional research, how it differs from our casual research or our high school research, and what that big difference is. Remember, that big difference is what? The university and post-grad research is always adding something to the body of knowledge in its field. That's what it endeavors to do. If it doesn't add anything, then it's just a report. It's just a compilation of data, facts, and figures. But real research adds something, however tiny. Remember, eyedropper in the ocean. So remember that as you go through. And also MEAT, a matter of definition. We're talking again about that pyramid, the disciplinary pyramid, right? And he's talking about what differentiates these here, and it's that real weird single page one. Cross-disciplinary, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, transdisciplinary. So it does not have intra here because that's single. Well, there it is, a single discipline. Okay, we call it intradisciplinary. So that should help you. Again, these are all meant to help you contextualize what we're learning here, right? So make sure you're assimilating that. And then you want to see that piece by Dr. McCormick. It's just, again, 2 small pages of writing and thinking interdisciplinarily. Very simple, easy read. Alan Repko's Key to Interdisciplinary Research and Writing. Just another dab into research. These are Repko's 10 steps you're going to see here. Repko cites the 10 steps of the interdisciplinary research process. We're not using those. Remember, we're using Tanner's 5 steps, but it gives you an idea. There's Repko's. You're going to see Repko's in your text along with Klein's and Newell's, okay? So Bill Newell. And then you've got Tanner chapter 3, paying special attention to Tanner's 5 steps and the ethics info. Here's the good news. I moved the quiz to module 3 because the quiz has questions that relate to chapters 3, 4, and 5, as well as some other things. So moving it to module 3 was the prudent move, seeing nobody would know the answers, right? I have that due on the 28th, a week from today, so keep that in mind. Again, there's no grace period on that. So you're going to want to get into Module 3 next week, start reading the materials, assimilating that, and do that. But anyways, let's stick with Module 2 right now. That was just the good news portion of our video. So let's go to Easter egg number 1. And it's the one that I just talked about. Research adds knowledge to the field. Again, I could expand on that and just make it longer and say university research, but let's just say research adds knowledge to the field. And again, I'm going to just remind everybody, all I need you to do, if you want to do Easter egg 1, if you want to do EE1, EE2, EE3, your name's in the email, and the subject matter says 302 EEs. I mean, and then put, 2.2. Sorry, keeping it simple is glorious. Trust me, I'm going to give you a lot more stuff to do that you're going to hate me for. Not hate's a strong word. Despise? Okay. So just keep it simple for this. All right. Let's talk about the discussion board that you guys did of thinking outside the box. Again, it's another one of those colloquialisms, those profundities that really don't match that well, but hey, we'll take it. It's much better than jack of all trades, which I do not like. Jack of all trades, it is not for academics to be jack of all trades. Interdisciplinarians aren't jack of all trades. They just happen to understand certain processes and how to go beyond the borders of disciplinary silos and boxes and borders and make connections and view obstacles. It's much more than a jack of all trades, okay? So what we have then is that giant list of 49 pages about you finding disciplines that resonate with you. Now, if out of that 49 pages, you only found one discipline, then, you know, you might want to reconsider why you're an interdisciplinarian, because inherently the program itself is about two or more disciplines and you choose two concentrations. If you're solely focused on one, A, you're not thinking outside the box, which is what's called for here, and B, you know, sometimes you got to learn how to fake it a little bit. Just get close. You know, there's got to be some things in there. I would think the problem should be that you find too many things. And again, the point of this exercise is to think about outside the box, to say, oh my God, I've never known that there was, you know, puppy and kitty psychology. You know, I mean, I know there's not, but I'm just saying that because some of those are so relatively obscure in that you might go, wow, this seems really unique. How to build chain link fences for small communities. I mean, they drill them down so much that it's mind blowing. So thinking outside the box, I made this clear. You're not going to be obligated to use any of them. I want you just to see what resonates with you. And it's an exercise to understand maybe what your own limitations are. Okay, if you're such a business and communication major and that's it, keep everything else away from me. Don't be afraid of everything else. You're an interdisciplinarian training, and you should welcome the introduction of any real other disciplines as potential foci that you can use to analyze the situation. Okay, I understand you have your two concentrations, but remember, this is also about learning about processes that you can take out with you to the real world, whether it's more academia or business or on your own entrepreneurship, and you have a better thought process. You have more in your toolkit to use. I'm going to yawn because it's a video. It's a video. Okay. So hopefully some of you haven't done that yet. Some of you have, what have you. Let's see, because I think, when was it due? Is it due already? Thinking outside the box. Oh, I guess everybody did it except for a couple people. So it was due already. There we go. All right. Now, assignment. Your research topic. Okay, so here we go with, we're going to start ramping up here pretty quick. Why is that pick one sitting there with the same due date, 23rd, 26th? I got to redo this. Sorry. That's pick one is not due on the 23rd. Sorry about that. This is what happens on these new classes. They move over and well, no, I shouldn't say that. It's me. It's my fault. I must have dated it wrong. Then this should be more like the 26th probably, and then change that to the 30th, no, 31st. Okay, so now it's all in order, better order. And if you see something, say something. Okay, so if you see something wrong here, please let me know. And students have in the past, and I really like that. They have in this class as well. And not to bribe you or anything, if you see stuff wrong, and because a lot of times I'll add points to people just for saving me that grief, okay? I can do that, okay? But anyways, all right, so remember the ethics info. It is important to understand that when you're looking at research, to understand that this is not something that people just go out and say, I'm going to study, you know, domestic violence victims. I want to interview them all, and I think they're going to tell me everything. Be careful. Those are vulnerable populations. Oh, I'm going to go and talk to the fifth graders in my kid's school and do this. No, that's a vulnerable population. You get in big trouble for that. Has to go through the IRB, Institutional Review Board. It only meets every 6 to 8 weeks. Class is 7 weeks. We can't do it, right? So, but it's good to know about the ethics. Ethics in research is extremely important. As many of you know, you've heard of the Tuskegee experiment. You've heard of the That shocking one, that one that shocks people, I can't remember that one. But we used to have a whole section on this, and I had to cut it back because of the real work at hand. So getting into your assignment, your research topic, this is important. This is really important about what you're going to choose to focus on for the rest of the class and write about extensively. Now, again, these are general topics. I'm going to help drill it down for you. If you could, on this paper, like say you choose coronavirus. Well, you want to maybe study more on the opinions, experiences, and perceptions of the vaccine process or what have you. And we'll get into that more. The reason I keep using, if you notice, I keep using opinions, experiences, perceptions, that type of thing. Actually, it's opinions, perceptions, and experiences, is that, and I'll have to start a little bit back up here. What we're doing, okay, we're doing this research using the 5 steps of Tanner. All research that has to acquire new knowledge, try to gather new knowledge, is structured. And it's structured by methodology and by design. The methodology of research typically takes 3 forms, one of 3 forms: qualitative, quantitative, and mixed methods, which is both together, right? They are all beneficial types of research methodology. One isn't better than the other one, except to say in particular research topics, a lot of mathematics or statistics, they're going to be quantified. It's quantifiable data. Therefore, quantitative research is used typically. When you come into the ethnographical research and research of the cultural things, it's a lot of times it's qualitative, measuring the quality of certain responses or behaviors or something. And then there is mixed, which is a little of both. Typically, no good researcher would accept a research project in 7 weeks, which is what you're doing. Congratulations. So we have to make some concessions. I found that out. When I started doing this, it was kind of a free-for-all in research. You had that big book I showed you, and everybody chose what they're doing. And I mean, it was ridiculous because you can't do 99% of the things you think you can do. This research is basically crawling research. It still is research, but it's at the crawling stage. If you want to move on, you get up to the toddler stage, and then you can get to the walking stage, and you get to the jogging stage, and you get to the running stage, high level stuff. But if I were to teach you to fly a plane, I wouldn't walk you to the airport and get on a 747 and say, here, take off. You read a book. It'd be insane, right? You'd go to a simulator first. Then you do a walk around and sit inside a small Cessna or something. I know because I did that once. So you start crawling stages and you add to your competency. So this is a crawling stage of research. I wanted to make sure that it was legitimate research and that it was doable within 7 weeks, okay, and that it was doable for interdisciplinary students who come to this class with just a myriad of concentrations, right? I can't do a one size fits all because you guys are different sizes in terms of your academics. I have business and communication, but I've had geology and dance. I have music. I have Spanish language things. I have, all kinds of things. I mean, you name it, from engineering to, just any of them, law enforcement. I mean, it's all there. I don't want to pigeonhole you all and say, oh, let's just do it all on this one thing that 3/4 of people are like, I don't care. So I want to give you the chance to care about your research. I want to give you a chance to actually conduct legitimate research, and I want to give you a chance to do it in 7 weeks. Now, to do that, we are going to do a quantitative methodology, and our design of research is going to be an anonymous online survey. So you don't have to worry about these things. I got that covered. It's going to be a quantitative survey. That's how you're going to accumulate your data. All right. You don't have to worry about how you're going to do it, about interviews, transcribing, and everything. You don't have to worry about doing qualitative. There's no time to do qualitative. I am sorry. It's qualitative research is not just about I'm going to record grandma and I'm going to write down a bunch of stuff. No, it's got to be transcribed. You got to develop the validity horizon, a meaning field, coding system. I got to do it legitimate. I just can't, play. I can't teach construction student in building or engineering how to put a building up with Legos. There may be some of the concepts that transfer to Legos, but typically they don't. I don't think. So I want you to understand this is the real deal. And I'm going to guide you and be strict in other areas, but I'm not in so much of the subject you want. So to do that, the overarching theme of your research is going to take the form of this question. Everybody, what are some of the opinions, perceptions, and experiences regarding blank, comma, revealed in a survey of random adults? This is really important. It's the earliest I'm ever introducing this question in my class. I think you're going to benefit from knowing this. What are some of the, I'm not saying what are the opinions, perceptions, experiences, because when I say what are the opinions, perceptions, experiences, aren't I just claiming I'm going to find them all? No, you're going to say what are some of the opinions, perceptions, and experiences, which is a general thing, but it gives the idea because research has to have strict parameters. Okay, regarding blank, you're going to be in charge of filling in that blank. It could be regarding Black Lives Matter. It could be regarding self-driving vehicles. It could be regarding artificial intelligence. Then comma, it's grammar nut, revealed in a survey of random adults, because it doesn't just end what are some of the opinions, experience, perception, experiences of artificial intelligence, question mark. No, it's revealed in a survey. Okay, great. In a survey of random adults. It's not a survey of professional drivers. It's not a survey of ASU students. It's a survey of random adults. This is a question, I got my hand, that defines the parameters of your study. So what I'm asking you to do here at this time is decide which area you're going to get into. And then as we move forward, I'll help direct you on how your survey is going to develop so that you can get it, because you're not going to ask every question possible about artificial intelligence. You can only ask certain people certain questions about food shortage or animal rights or any of these things. But you have to let the data come in and then you get to interpret it. You don't get to decide what the data means. You can interpret it to what it possibly could mean. And that's a very interesting thing. We'll get into that. To do that, to get some idea, I added, did I give you a second Easter egg yet? No, but it is choose your topic as soon as possible, ASAP. Choose your topic ASAP. Do this assignment. You're going to do it. I know it's Thursday, but that's number 2, Easter egg number 2. Okay, so I posted 2 sample final papers from Fall B that just occurred, right? Now, you're going to look at these and you're going to check the withdrawal date for this class. I know you are, but you don't want to. It's not that bad. If you really break it down, you're going to see how each student here, these are exceptional for the most part, okay? I know none of them are all perfect, and I know that it's a weird attachment system now here, but okay, so you got the current political climate through political behavior, media psychology, and American politics. Some of this I can quibble with, okay? But for the most part, you can see the table of contents. This one is 33 pages, but here you've got, there's a cover page. Then you've got Tanner Step 1, a couple pages. Then you got Tanner Step 2 is 4 pages. Then you got Tanner Step 3 is 1 page. It should be a lot longer than that. Tanner Step 4 is 5 pages. Tanner Step 5 is all your data and everything is 5 more pages. You got a reference page, appendix page, and you got yourself a 33-page paper. And it's exciting to have this in your arsenal of academic achievement. Trust me on that, okay? And the other one is really not a fair fight. She even said, here's my paper. I know it's too long. So it's not, but I want to show you. It's 50 pages long. She wrote it, but she did it. What I'm saying to you is that it's doable. These people did it in the same amount of time that you have, in the same course format. In fact, this time it's better because I learned something new after every course, after every session. Okay? So yes, there are plenty of people that turned in 20, 25-page papers, but you'd be surprised how fast it adds up. Don't look at all of it like that. Just look at doing the work in an academic, rigorous fashion and you will be fine. I want to show you this because it's exciting to see what you're going to be doing and how these surveys look in that. So take a look at those things. I always try to provide samples. Okay, I'm at 20 minutes already. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, well, kind of all I had. Obviously, we're going to ramp up right away after this. You're going to get it to writing step 1 in module 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are your Tanner steps. You got this. I'm here to support you, here to help, here to take your phone calls. Okay, and I'm here to just to accept all your thanks at the end of this and say, man, this course taught me so much about academic discipline, academic rigor, and you're going to be ready to rock and roll. And you're going to graduate a lot sooner than I did, right? At 58, 56, I can't remember. Okay, Easter egg number 3, another mantra for you to look in the mirror and say, I got this. Easter egg number 3 is, I got this. I was going to use Go Pack Go, but I thought that might be a little too biased. So we'll just say, see you next week. I'll be really grumpy if they lose because you cut me, I bleed cheese. Okay. All right. Forks up. Peace.